to my channel. This evening I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm meeting up with Mike from MKMD Exploration and Paranormal and his partner Kayleigh. We're going to a former RAF airfield and we're going to do a sort of paranormal type of video. I don't know whether I believe in it all and stuff, but it'd be something new to try. And we're going to be sat in a watch office control tower. And yeah, the airfield opened in 1932, closed in 1945, reopened in 1958 to I believe 1963 as a 4 missile site. So yeah, we might catch something. I do have a infrared camera and one of the IR lights, but the audio is terrible on it. It's just a cheap basic camera that's been converted for night vision. So I'm probably going to use that as like a locked off camera and maybe set it around the control tower at different rooms, or put it in the corner somewhere, and maybe try and catch something. Hopefully I can share something with you. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting night. So come with me and let's have a look around. So here I am at the watch office. You've got Mike over there setting up some lighting. And Kay's have you got the K2 meter there? Yeah. She's going to go around and do a baseline test with the K2 meter, make sure there's no interference or anything like that. Put one of the kitten balls on here. So what does this do then? If the spirit goes near it, it sets it off, it lights up?
If it moves it lights it up.
Yeah, I'll just demonstrate. It'll stop in a sec. So if it moves, even just by a fraction,
yeah,
it'll move like that.
Okay.
Flash like that. So we're just going to place them various places.
I've put one on here where the message hatches.
Yeah.
Where
I was originally just going to place them in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind we've got a tiny bit of draft in here from the wind, so we've got that to take into consideration.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that one's been higher up.
In the middle, because obviously it's there, our camera there.
Yeah, so we've set up a couple of locked off night vision cameras. We've got one just there, and then we've got one just over in the corner here. So hopefully, if there is anything, we're going to capture it on that. So what have you got there then, Mike?
So I've got an EVP here. This is electronic voice phenomena. So anything that comes, usually you can get voices or sounds that you can't actually hear with your natural ear. So what happens is this picks up the electronic voice phenomena, and you usually get whispers or someone talking, residual sounds. So if something happened here many years ago, such as an accident or an event, it can still live within the walls of this building. So it captures them sounds, even just footsteps like that.
Right.
It'll pick that up. Stone tape theory, I think it's called as well.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive knowledgeable person on the paranormal. It's still new to both me and Kayleigh. But yeah, we're going to give it a whirl and see what happens, what we get.
Hopefully we capture something.
Hopefully. Right, I'll do one now. Are there any spirits here with us now? If there are any spirits here with us now, can you tell us your name? I will stop it there and have a listen back. I'll bring it closer to you so you can hear it.
Are there any spirits here with us now?
Right.
If there are any spirits here with us now, can you tell us your name?
Nothing on that
heard
one.
yet. So we're just up in the main room of the watch office. This is where all the action would have taken place. So what I'll do is I'll go back downstairs and I'll just quickly show you around, and then we'll come up and maybe do some sort of investigation with the equipment that Mike and Kay brought. So starting outside at the main entrance to the watch office. The GoPro isn't the best quality, but I don't want, obviously I can bring a brighter torch, which I do have on me, but I don't want to be drawing attention to what we're doing. So yeah, as you first come in, you've got the stairs, obviously going upstairs. You've got a few rooms on the lower floor. I don't have the site plans to hand, the building plans to tell you what each room was, but this looks like some sort of toilet area. Here you've got another room which is probably an office. Got a lot of the windows there, the frames. This was probably another toilet for the officers, as the officers didn't share the toilets of the lower ranks. Unless that was the officer's office and he had his own private toilet. Got some of the original light shades there on the floor. Here you've got a men's toilet. So the one next door was probably the females. Got a couple of original toilets there. I don't know if they're from the 40s or from the Cold War, like the Elson type. Tube used with Elson chemicals. So I know there was a couple of types of the toilets. I know the Elson was in the Cold War, but was it in the Second World War? I can't remember. And you've got a sink. So yeah, we're doing a bit of a paranormal video. See if we capture anything. Who knows? With this being like the main hub of the airfield, this is probably where we capture something, to be honest. They've got the pyrotechnics cupboard. So this is at the front of the watch office. A lot of people call them control tower, but the proper name is watch office. So I'll go upstairs. There's my locked off camera. Probably going to move it shortly and see if we put it in a different position and see if we capture anything. So here we are in another room. Like I said, I have no clue what this room was for. There's Mike and Kay. And she's hiding. Say hello.
Hi.
She's a bit shy, I think. Yeah, so it's pretty empty up upstairs, which is good. This is where we can do the main investigation. Lost my words there. Yeah, I hope you can see okay. As I said, I'm using a small little light for this one. But anyone that knows me knows I carry 3, 4, 5 different torches on me at all times. So I do have some powerful lights with me. But I don't want to draw attention. Here we have the main room. You've got the balcony veranda area there. And also there's been steps up onto the roof at one point which have now long gone. Let's go see what these two are up to.
I think it's because Nico's not walking out, that's fine, so we just have to discount that.
Have I spoiled your...
No, it's fine. You know what it's like when you get filming,
yeah.
Everything like filmed rushed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you
don't rush, take your time.
No, we're not rushing.
Okay, 2 metre there, sat about.
And there's Nick. If there are any spirits here, can you give us a tap? Make a loud bang or a tap.
Throw a brick at Mike's head.
Just a large breeze, isn't there?
Yeah, I've not heard anything
It
yet.
doesn't feel any colder though, does it? It's
No.
the same. But there are no spirits here. Give us a shout or a bang, move something.
Go near the K2 meter.
Still not picking much up. Well, we've got the spectrum camera, full spectrum camera on. You can just see the little red dot.
If there's anything here with us, come and touch this K2 meter. Give us a sign that you're here.
We only want to talk.
We only want a chin whack.
Yeah, it seems very quiet at the
It
moment.
is, it's very quiet. It's a shame that there's quite a bit of wind breathing, coming through.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it can't be helped because of the oldness of the building, the age of the building. But when you do an EVP, it comes through, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But you just got to discount it.
I think you should get your spirit box app thing on.
Good point.
Yeah, necrophonic.
Hold the camera.
What's it called?
Necrophonic.
Necrophonic.
Yeah. I'll put the airplane mode on so that it doesn't interfere with anything. Data, Bluetooth. Right, we're on airplane mode. So just to let you know, I'm on airplane mode, so that will not have any interference with EVP, or I won't get interference from any phone calls. So what I'm going to do is use an app, which is called the Necrophonic app. And what this does is work as a spirit box, Necrophonic. And what this does basically is it acts as a spirit box. It uses something to do with the radio on your phone, and it acts in accordance with that in order for you to hear stuff. So what I'll do is Hello, are there any spirits here with us now?
Can you tell us your name?
Are there any spirits here with us? Anybody here? Was that an eye?
I don't know.
You're like a Yorkshireman, like aye.
I don't know what that was.
Anybody here with us? Are we alone?
Well, if we're alone, it's not going to answer, is it?
Are there any spirits here that was involved in the World War II that used to work in this office, this air traffic control tower? I'll put a reverb on.
Yeah, you might be able to understand it a bit better.
Any spirits here? It's hard to. Could do it on a speaker, so it's a bit more loud.
Is there any RAF personnel here? Come and talk to me.
You know what we could have done as a trigger? You know the old sirens?
Yeah.
Use that as a trigger. And I reckon that might bring some in.
Yeah.
Any spirits here that want to talk to us? No.
So you want to talk to us?
I feel like you'd Billy No mates here. Do you want to talk to me?
It said no, and then said yes.
Did you used to work in this air traffic control tower? Yeah.
Strange.
Can you give me your name? Do you know what my name is? Is it me, or does it sound like they're speaking a different language? Like
I don't know, it sounds a bit strange to me. I need to get used to it, I think. I've not heard it before.
I'll take reverb off. Put white noise on. Are there any spirits here with me now that want to talk? guarantee if I had a normal radio, analog radio with a tuner,
Yeah.
you get loads coming through.
Yeah.
That are more really relevant as well. I'm getting bored now. Is anyone going to come and talk to me before I turn it off?
That's just say hello.
Hello? My name's Mike. What's your name? My name's Eugene.
Maybe we should go try it in the room next door.
Yeah, could do.
See if we get different results.
Yeah, we'll move into the other room.
Okay, 2 meters not gone off just yet, has it?
Just as I picked it up, then it went
Yeah.
slightly in the amber, didn't it? Or
But
yellow.
could that be because you've knocked it, or?
I don't know. I'll discount it as I did.
Yeah.
I knocked it. But it did seem a bit odd, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
So anyway, we're going to move into this room next door. What's this step? Getting stuff coming through, but it's not.
Yeah.
Did you used to work here in the wall? That's okay. And then. My name's Mike. What's your name? Dot. Did you say your name was Dot?
That was a different voice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's echoing. Are there any spirits here with me now? Hello?
Gone really quiet.
Mostly quite like that.
Less interference then.
I thought it said help at first.
Are there any spirits here that want to talk to us? Do you need any help?
Doesn't need any help.
You sounding American. Are there any former US military people here? You might have been based here.
Sounds weird with what I was setting that song.
It's trying to get the right setting in it. I mean, that's echoey, so reverb then. Are there any people here that want to talk to us? It's a little repetitive and boring, but what else can you say? Alright, mate, do you want to have a pan?
Maybe Kayleigh should ask the questions for a little bit.
Do you want to ask some questions? Going to film?
Well, you can as well.
Yeah,
I did. Is there any RAF personnel here? Come and speak to us. Help?
You sound like a child.
Come over to this device and speak to it.
What's that noise?
Something dripping.
What's that?
Ah, a piece of plastic. Is there nobody here?
No. I don't think we'll try again later.
Yeah.
I don't think we're really going to get much on.
So we'll try a bit later with that.
Are there any spirits here?
Coming out.
Any spirits here that want to talk to us, communicate?
Come up and touch this device and show us that you're here. Come on, make it flash. They've gone now.
Come on, use that device in Kayleigh's hand if you want to communicate with us. Make it go to the red, the colour red. Sounds a bit patronising, that, doesn't it?
If there was anything here, it could have been walking from the main room down the hallway and
That's what I mean.
going
because the hallway
downstairs.
will be the most active, won't it?
Yeah. Coming and goings.
Turn the dimness down. Just turning the dimness down a bit.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't like the light. Normally they don't do it in the light, do they?
Let's try it without the light. Are there any spirits in this room with us that wish to communicate? Yes.
There we go. Now we've turned the lights on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you take it to the red? Put your hand right near, come closer to us. And don't be scared. We're not going to harm you.
Come and touch my hand, and this will go to the red.
So I'm just trying to get the focus. Come and talk to us. Take it to the red if you are a female. And again, don't be scared. Take it all the way to the red.
See, I find that quite interesting because the whole time we've been here, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes, it hasn't moved, has it?
Thank you.
Apart from that once.
I mean,
But
just
in-
that itself, nothing's here, there's no electric here. As you can see, I don't know, there's no electric here that can interfere with that. Try and keep some light on. Yeah, that's what I mean, there's no electric that can interfere with that. It's just an empty shell building, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder what
Don't
could...
go off with the cameras.
No.
No.
No, there's definitely nothing interfering with it.
You were impressed, Kate?
Yeah. We tried last time, didn't we? We got nothing.
Nothing at all. Are you still here with us? Are you still here in this room?
Are you RAF? Did you work in this building? If you did, come and make this light up. I think it's that light. It doesn't like the light because it seems to light up more when the light's off.
I'll take the light off, we'll try again.
Is that better? Come and touch this. Make it go to the red.
Whatever it was looks like it's gone.
Yeah. Make a noise. Throw a stone or something in this room or in another room. Get our attention. It went again. Just
Yeah, just a little bit, didn't it?
Thank you.
Wasn't the e-cig, was it, when you was... Oh no,
No.
it's just done it and you're not firing it.
yeah, we're just trying to. I'll keep your e-cig away from it. Love. Are you still here with us?
I'll go try in that room, go stand in there with it.
Did you used to work in this building? Did you used to work in this building at all? Did you used to visit this building? Whoa,
Went
you
right
just
up
spiked
then.
them. Just do that again, Nick. It's just on his e-cig. Alright,
No.
no, it's not doing it. Okay, it just spiked then. And again.
Again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you work in this room? Make it light up again.
Make it go all the way to the red if you've worked in this room. Ah, did. And again.
Ooh.
Thank you.
It's reaching the top sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you a female? Take it to the red if you're a female.
Are you a male? Take it to the red. Do you not identify at all as male or female?
Are you fluid? Are you a male?
Nothing now.
That's strange.
It
Well,
is.
thank you for talking
This
to us.
battery was full on my camera and now it's draining flat.
Right.
Oh.
Just
So-
see on my camera there. It's flashing flat.
Oh yeah.
And that was full when we came.
Have you got no battery with you?
Yeah, I've got another 3.
Oh good.
4 batteries actually. Okay. So we've done EVP. We've done the K2 meter. We've done a bit of necrophonic, which we could do again. But I'm not sure we're getting... We'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Turn this off. Because I think that it's so quiet now, isn't it?
It is, it's really quiet here.
Even the wind's calmed down, which is a bonus.
That's a gate.
Sounds like a horse. Are there any spirits here? I can't believe how quiet it's got. Are there any spirits here with me?
One.
One. What's your name?
That's a Bridget.
I thought I heard Q.
Yeah, I heard Q as well.
Is there a Q here? If you can, say hello to us. Did you used to work here?
Did you die here?
No, there's no definitive answers, is there? It's all
No.
garbled. But before, when we did the long line building, you got some good answers coming through. You even said her name.
Yeah.
Was it the full name they gave you?
Okay.
Just Kayleigh. Okay. But still, it's
That's what everyone calls you, isn't it? K.
Yeah.
And it said that the spirit's name was Laurie.
Laurie.
Oh, I don't know.
Dew drops on my nose.
Can you tell us your name? Why not?
No.
It said no, did you?
Don't you like them too? Are you Dennis?
Dennis. Are you there, Dennis? I feel like you're clutching at straws with it, really.
Tell us your name. Can you repeat that? Come on, build up all the energy and tell us your name.
Paul. Was it Paul?
Is your name Paul? Say yes or no.
Hello.
Is your name Donkey?
Hello. My name is Pedro. Are we boring you? Because I feel like you're boring me, if I'm honest. I'm not giving anything. Come on, I want some activity. Do something. There's loads of rubble over there. Pick some up and drop it.
Did that say you?
Pick me up and drop me.
You pick it up.
I feel it's
Not working.
not working much. We're not getting much activity. I think we should go back up and try again with the EMF. See if we can get any answers with that.
Yeah, I'm going to put the locked off camera in here and try this room now.
Yeah. Not worth moving hours, looking down the hallway or even the stairs.
Yeah.
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 Definitely move it around, get some different angles, you might capture something.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they like the lights, do they?
You think?
Well,
I don't think they do, because when I had this, with the camera upstairs, it was giving me brilliant answers. And I didn't have a light on.
I mean, do you want to turn your light off and try that thing again? See if it can speak to us.
Yeah. Sorry, people.
See, that just went off.
Yeah.
That seems
I don't personally think it'll make much difference, but we'll give it a try. Are there any spirits here with me? That want to talk, communicate with us?
Can you tell us your name? What's your name?
Don't tell him, Mike.
bitch.
A male or female? Does it say woman?
Did you say woman?
Did woman? 2 people said it.
So, is there a woman stood in this room?
Other than me.
Was that sure?
I'm not too sure.
Is there a woman stood in this room?
3?
If you're in this room, can you grab as much energy from us as you can and pick up a stone or something and throw it? Let us know that you are here.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Conjure up all the energy you can and use it. Throw a stone at my head or something. I don't know. Make it interesting.
Is there 3 women here? Come on, you're talking really quiet now. I want to be able to hear you.
Thank you.
Use up all the energy that you can use. Okay, so you need to win it.
Did it say close?
How old are you?
Us? Yes, you. Yes. Come and tell us your name.
I just saw a flash of light on that purse.
Yeah, I saw it out there.
Yeah, we're just doing some photography, that's all. Just.
Okay.
So Kay and Mike are just on the stairs with the K2 meter, trying to get a response.
Are you sat here on the stairs with us? If you are more like, can you make it change colour? It's not changed.
Come and show us that you're here.
Not changed colour for a while, so I'm wondering if they've got bored. Was that? It looked like on my camera it moved then. Are you here with us? No, it doesn't seem to be. No, we got a couple of spikes and then it just went off, so I'm just going to try some EMF and see if we can get anything on there. I'm calling out to any spirits that may be in this room, in this building. If you come towards me and talk into this device I've got in my hand, if you talk to it, it'll record your voice so we can hear what you're saying. So if you've got anything to say, talk to it now. Moving a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the wind.
Yeah,
There's a bit
could
of noise
be.
coming over in that direction.
Play it back and see what you can hear.
I'm calling out to any spirits that may be in this room, in this building. If you come towards me and talk into this device I've got in my hand, if you talk to it, it'll record your voice so we can hear what you're saying. So if you've got anything to say, talk to it now.
Oh, was that me?
Could be. Yeah.
Notice the wind's picked up when I asked the question. Are there any spirits with us in this room? Do you live in this building? Do you live in it? Like, yes. Do you have a name?
What's your name? Can you tell us your name? Come on, I want to hear it really clear.
How many spirits are in this building? Do you live in this building? Do you still think it's the war? Did you used to work here when in the war? Don't really get anything definitive, are we? Nothing
No.
solid.
Do you not want to talk to us?
Yeah.
I think it said yeah. Are you going to talk to us? It just said yeah, didn't it?
What's your name?
Can you tell us your name? Come on, tell us your name. What's your name?
Marie.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. Are you here stood next to us?
Whereabouts are you stood?
How many people are here? 2?
Is the two of you stood? Is one of you stood talking to the lady on the stairs?
Communicating with you.
Listen, I'm listening.
Yeah.
That's weird.
What we're listening for? Tap. Can you do that?
Did you have to say wait a minute?
Wait a minute. Thank you.
Wait a minute. I'll listen to this, see if there's any response.
Yeah. Do you know when you said, did you see that? This said yes. Come on, I want to know your name.
He's EVP then.
Alright. Tell me your name.
Are you on the stairs with me?
I should have just whispered 3 of us. 2?
So, it sounds like there's something on the steps. Yeah, it's flashing. Come closer then. We'll make this spike. And you go all the way to the red. That was the orange, thank you.
I'm going to come sit on the stairs as well.
Come and sit with them.
Are you still on the stairs? Why have you gone quiet?
Don't you like Nick?
Can you copy me?
Do the ring a roses whistle. Can you do it?
Are you still on the stairs? Come on, talk to me. Are you still on the stairs? You're going quiet now.
Have you moved away?
Said no.
Are you shy?
Are you shy of men?
That was really clear.
That was like a no.
That freaked me out, that. It went no really quiet. So you're not shy?
EMF just moved. It's flicking.
If you're not shy, tell us your name on the other device.
Come on, tell us your name.
It whispered something then.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear it.
What?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't. What was it?
Tell us your name again. We didn't quite hear it.
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Is your name Jacqueline?
Oh.
Is your name Jacqueline? Tell me your name again. Are you in this building still? Come on, build all your energy up.
It said I'm here.
Yeah, use your energy. Try and communicate with us. We're here on the utmost respect. We're not here to hurt you, we're just here to communicate. God, that shadow on that wall there freaked me out then.
Oh, is it you
Was
moving?
it the bushes?
Ah, it must be, yeah, outside. Come on, we want to be able to communicate with you properly. Did you work here? Did you work here?
I wish it was more clearer.
I do as well.
Might be worth getting one of those speakers. You know what we had at the Lake District?
Yeah.
That speaker. Good quality one.
Do you think it's funny that we can't hear you properly? Do you want us to leave?
Like this up to the red and we'll leave.
Yeah, make us leave. Make us want to get out quickly.
Do you not want us to leave?
I don't know if that's...
Was that a woman's voice saying that?
I'm not too sure. Are you just playing with us now?
Yes.
I heard that really clear, that yes. Why are you playing with us?
Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf.